Can you guys hear me? I'm sure you can now. I can hear myself. Good morning, Smooch. Smooch, can you hear me? Yes, I am. Good morning, Darlene. Darlene, can you all hear me? I had to create a new live because on the other one they couldn't hear me. Okay. So this morning, my schedule is thrown all off, right? So I'm running behind. I haven't gotten my coffee yet. So good morning, Isaiah. Thank you. So I'm gonna run in here and get my coffee, and you all just listen to this music and just show your gratitude. What are you grateful for this morning? I'm gonna go ahead and grab my coffee, and I'll be right back. Hey. Oh my, all these sweets. Okay. Okay, I see you. Good morning. I'm gonna start off with just some coffee this morning. All right. Hey, how are you? Yes. I'm running so far behind schedule this morning. You up here today? I am. Oh, okay, awesome. I think I have 2 days this week, 2 days next week. Oh, awesome. Okay, thank you. I know, right? Am I right? How are you this morning? I'm a content creator. Okay. Yeah, on YouTube is Veronica Ferris. Come check me out sometime. Check out, but good energy. I like that. But thank you so very much. You have a great day. Okay, guys, I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. Still showing up late and all, but I'm still here. All right, everybody, great. Darlene, grateful for waking up this morning. Okay, good morning, recording paint. Good morning. And Smooch, I don't know if you're still here, but good morning, guys. Listen, so like I said, I've been really working hard at doing my research and making long form videos to post for you guys. And yeah, this is not easy. It's not. It's a lot of work, but am I complaining? No, I'm not. Not at all. But I know I just got to figure out a schedule. I need to balance everything out. I'm a Libra. I'll go from one spectrum to the other. And when I get unbalanced, it's all chaos. But this morning, I am grateful. And I was telling the guy, my battery, I guess y'all think, look, I guess y'all be thinking, damn, girl, you always having problems with that car. And I do. But guess what? I'm grateful that it'll still take me from point A to point B. Look, the battery went out yesterday. So was it last week? Yeah, I think it was last week. I had a flat tire coming back from the dentist. I had to get a tow truck to tow it in, and yesterday, look, I'm grateful it was the battery and not the starter. Hello, somebody, because I said I just put a starter on here. I need to be a mechanic, don't I? But I'm just grateful it wasn't nothing more serious than that. And guess what? It's paid for. Okay. So my little car, listen, well, I ain't got my money's worth out of it. Lord be with her car. No, that's right, Isaiah. But honey, mine's on the way. Mine's. I'm gonna be grateful for my little for my car. There's one thing about it. The first of the month, I ain't gotta be like, oh my God, my car payment. It's paid for. Hello. And so I this morning I got up and I had to go to Walmart and get a battery. So I went in Walmart looking crazy because I ain't gonna lie, I still had my little lounge wear on. And I told the guy, I said, well, good morning. He said, Zach, where? He said, I don't know how good it is. And I was like, really, honey? You woke up on this side. You could have woke up on the other side. He said, you know what? I didn't think about that. I said, that's right. You in your right mind. I said, let me tell you what I'm grateful for a peace of mind. Although I'm here, I got to buy another battery. I have a peace of mind. I got a good night's rest last night. He said, oh, I like your energy. And see, I told him, I said, I look at the glasses being half full instead of half empty because it could be a whole lot worse. Come on, somebody, this morning on a Thursday. And so I cheered him up this morning, and I get it. I get it, but I'm at the point in my life now. Listen, a whole lot, life be life, and I swear to God, I'm just gonna keep looking at the glass half full. Lord, be with me, help me. Thank God that I had the funds to get a battery. Because how many of us been in a position to where we ain't listen, car broke down, you ain't got two nickels to rub together to make a dime, right? You gotta borrow money. I'm thank God I don't have to do that. I didn't have to do that. Thank God. Thank God for you guys showing up. Listen, uh, another grateful moment. Thank God for you guys rocking with me, showing up, commenting, sharing my videos. Um, Let me see, commenting, sharing my videos, and showing up for these lives. Let me tell y'all something. Y'all helping me more than you ever know. Huh? Bark on that. He over there saying, amen. That's right. I'm gonna tell you something. I'm grateful, honey. I'm so grateful. Um, but yeah, so that's what it is, and that's why I'm behind this morning. But I'm here. I's here. I's here now. Yes, he will provide all the time. PHJ, good morning. The righteous have never, he's never seen the righteous forsaken nor his seed begging bread. Don't get me started. Well, thank you, Miss Darlene. But see, also we got to be grateful for where we are in life. We're grateful, right? I was telling my grandchildren, listen, you don't never start at the top. You don't want to start at the top. You want to work your way up because see, and it's a blessing in the journey. And we don't always, and I'm not going to say I don't always see it that way, but it's truly a blessing in the journey. Take on that scenic route. You meet people along the way that drops nuggets in your life, right? hmm So we're going to be grateful for that. Not starting at the top because I could do a whole lot to get to the top, but mm-mm. Oh, I forgot to set my thing on. If I turn this on, they can't bother me. There we go. There we go. But yeah, there's lessons to be learned, and then you value what you have once you get to where you need to be. That's exactly right. You don't mess up your stuff when it comes to you when you have to work for it. When somebody give you something, you go through it, you don't really take it. But when you gotta work for something, you gotta work for it. It's a different. It's a difference. It's a difference. But yeah, so let's talk about it. I was thinking about the Diddy trial, right? And although I'm not a controversial channel, but I think this ties into some of the things that I have dealt with and, just working through. And to hear some of the things that they was talking about that Cassie endured, you know, it was a trigger for me. Like, A trigger for me, and I'm just gonna be very honest, is somebody trying to be controlling. That's a trigger for me. It just sets me all. I can't do it. I can't do it. Everybody is an individual. Thank you, Pascal. Everybody is an individual. You've been raised once. You don't need to be raised twice. There's a way to talk and communicate your feelings, your thoughts. Do not project your shortcomings onto me and try to make me feel bad or try to make me dim my light. Honey, those are triggers for me. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. And when I tell you, I was sitting there thinking, Lord, thank God it wasn't me. I have been in situations to where, the other half wanted me to dim my light, or because of their shortcomings make me feel bad for who I am and the way that I carry my. Let me tell y'all something. I was with this guy one time and we went out on a breakfast date. And when you get your cute, right? And these other guys kept admiring me. And it was three other guys I'll never forget. It was in Fayetteville, North Carolina. And this one guy said, "You're beautiful." And I said, "Thank you." No disrespect on his part, didn't disrespect me, but they was admiring me, right? And when we left, I noticed doing break, he got quiet. And I said, "You all right? What's going on? What's wrong with you?" He's like, "Ain't nothing. Good morning, Arthur. Love you back." And we get in the car, and when I tell you this ninja went off cussing and fussing at me, all because somebody complimented me and was admiring me. You know what I told him? I said, "You try to come off like you so bad and you so upset. If you that upset, why you didn't say something to them? You didn't say nothing to them because they would whoop your ass. But no, you want to come off on me because you want to try to handle me. Because somebody else said I was ninja by." See, it's those things like that. Those are red flags. We as a people are beautifully, wonderfully made by God. We are queens and kings. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. So Pascal said, so it's right to hide oneself from telling the truth about themselves before you found out yourself. Okay? All these red flags. And see, and I tell you something else too. Um, and this is what I like to tell, younger kids. Like when you see red flags, no, they red. Stop trying to make them blue. No, baby, that's a red flag. Because people will show you who they are. But oftentimes, when we get caught up in how we feel about them or we're attracted to them, we're going to overlook those red flags. Oh, he didn't mean that. He just, girl, he jealous. Like, you show me a jealous person, I'll show you an insecure person. And that's something you don't want to be with somebody that's insecure with themselves. Because you will never be able to be free. When I say free, be yourself, be who you are. And then yesterday I found out, and it made sense to me. It made sense why he would invite other people into their sexual relationship, and he would sit in the corner and do him. They said, "Honey, he itty bitty ditty." All this, I take that, itty bitty ditty. That's why, and it made sense. Top of the morning. I'm just saying, you walking with a Tootsie Roll. You got, but here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. This is what I said. I said, now, when God was making him, and this is just me playing right now. When God made him, he's like, "Okay, Sean, you can be a billionaire in your lifetime on earth, but if you be a billionaire, you're going to be short right here in this area." He said, "I'd rather be a billionaire because I can pay somebody to do what I need to get done." And now I'm mad about it. What you mad for? Honey, you better take what you got and work with it. It ain't about the size of the ship in the ocean. The size of the ship is the motion in the ocean. Diddy, daddy, diddy, love. That's why he was calling himself all that stuff, because he wanted to be more than what he was. Take that. Take what? Take, Sean, take what? Because at this point, I ain't taking nothing but all you. You ain't doing nothing, sir. Run me my coin. I'm just saying. Ashton, of course, hello, good morning. Right? But let's just be real. Let's just be honest, ladies. And me and you on here, let's just keep it 100, because we all good and grown, right? You know where you are in that area. You know if you're well endowed, you know if you're mediocre, medium, schmedium. There's a difference between medium and schmedium and itty bitty Tootsie Rolls, right? You know that. Well, if you know that you have shortcomings in other areas and you need to make up for it, like, now, don't be mean to people. You ain't got to be mean to people for the way you are, right? Just work a little bit harder. And see, these is where the uncomfortable conversations come into play. Don't be trying to trick it. But let me tell you, I'm gonna be real transparent this morning, honey. Let me tell y'all something. Whoops, dog blasted. But this is gonna be some real tea right here. Let me tell y'all something. So get this, right? Young Frankenstein, I know I'll have you hollering to the moon. Let me tell you something. I'm gonna come back to you. I got something to say about that too. Because here's the thing: don't think because you well endowed then you're the Mac Daddy. Because some people that's well endowed don't even know how to use it. Because one thing for sure, two for certain, you're not tearing up my body. That's what you're not gonna do. Because I ain't got but one, huh? I don't care. Okay. So this was like years ago. So I was working at this place, and I ain't gonna say where it was at, because if some of the people around here watching me, they're gonna know who I'm talking. Years ago, I was in my late 20s though, and when I tell you this ninja was fine, oh my god, he was so fine, smelled good, worked out, and that's a plus for me. And he would always come over to my side and talk to me and help me do my job. And the conversations went from helping me do my job to like he was really interested in me. And you know how when you're young, you know what you can do, and oh, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do this, girl. I can satisfy you, just like what's his name said up here. Where you at? Young Frank and Sinatra. It was a young Ben Frank Sinatra, like you just said. Oh, he was saying all of that. And I'm young. I'm thinking, okay, all right, okay. And he had my mind worked up on the job, my body. He's always flirting. We flirting with each other when we finally, y'all listen to me good now, especially you, Sinatra, finally got together. Now my mind is already set, body ready. He telling me everything he could do. Thank you for the thumbs up, and how he was gonna. Oh, he didn't say have me hollering, but he just said everything he was gonna do was gonna satisfy me like nobody else could do. When we finally got together, now I lived in a townhouse apartment by then, right? When we got ready to do, I couldn't feel a thing. And what kind of threw me off is because the oral part, he stayed down there too long. I'm be very transparent. He stayed there, and I was just kind of just easing it back up because I'm ready for some pressure right now, okay? When he finally came up, here's my hand before God. I said, "What are you doing?" I said, "Look, get off of me and lock the door on your way out." Shit. Got me all worked up like you're gonna do, and he was really trying to work overtime in the oral part. Man, let me tell you something. I said, lock the door on your way out. He said, what? I said, lock the door on your way out. And honey, he got up and put his little clothes on and locked the door on his way out. And we got back to work. The look that I gave him, When I tell you we got the fussing and I cussed, I did. I cussed him. I was like, you talking about all you can do when you ain't even working with nothing. I would have preferred you just told the truth, right? I would listen. Right, Darlene. Lock the door on your way out, sir, with your Tootsie Roll. And I don't even think they had anything to fit it. Like, I don't even think they had one that small. I'm just saying, but listen, Mary, we're good and grown on here, and I don't think, guys, if you think I'm being vulgar, just get some hearts or something. But I think I'm being very like using discretion in the conversation we're having. But this is a good grown conversation, right? And if you're just tuning in, we're talking about triggers, and this is what led up to this part of my conversation. But that's a trigger for me too. Don't be talking about what you can do and what you can't do, and knowing that you can't do nothing. Because I'm gonna look at you sideways. Because I'd much rather have an uncomfortable conversation, and then you don't have my mind going elsewhere, right? Mm-hmm. And see, and that's the thing. That's the thing, Mary. A lot of people, they talk about stuff, but they talk about it in a way that can be degrading and vulgar, this and the third. But we're good and grown here. And these are uncomfortable conversations that people need to have. And people are afraid to have these type of conversations with their significant other. But if they know and hear somebody else say, well, it's okay to have these uncomfortable conversations. But then I just set something off, right? Okay. Now, let me tell you, when I before I got my divorce, let me tell you something. I was ready to have uncomfortable conversation because in my marriage we didn't argue. We just keep peace. But when we went to counseling, I said, okay, I'm ready to have some uncomfortable conversation because maybe we would have had these uncomfortable conversations, then we wouldn't be here. Now, me on my part, I kept it 100 to 1,000, okay, and was okay with it. Was I uncomfortable? Oh yes, very uncomfortable. I had to get it out. Because once you start thinking stuff or they start thinking stuff, that's a seed that's planted there. We'll still be, let me see, that's the problem. We'll still be together, most likely. Absolutely. Especially if we're both doing the work. Especially if we're both doing the work. Because when you're married, you're two imperfect beings coming together to be one. And you don't know everything about a person when you marry. You don't. I don't care if you live with them for 20, 30, you don't know everything about a person. But when you start living with them, you start seeing shit. Well, let's not talk about when problems start coming. Then you start really seeing red flags. All those blue flags I thought was blue, honey, they was red as hell. And I'm not perfect. I am not perfect. By no means am I perfect at all. And I'll take what's mine. But I'm going to give you what's yours and you carry yours. Thank you for the hearts. And thank you for the thumbs up. I appreciate you guys. But again, people don't want to have uncomfortable conversations. And this is what I find out to be so true. Some married men would rather go talk to somebody, another woman, versus talking to the person, their wife. And my question to that is, well, what good is that going to do? That's not going to solve your problems at home. All that's doing is opening the door for something else to happen. And no, it isn't easy. It isn't. And anytime somebody married approach me, I said, look, honey, what am I going to do about that information? Don't you need to take it to your wife? Perhaps if you tell her what you're telling me, perhaps things will get better at home. And let me tell you something, a married man will tell you quick, especially if they want to step out, I ain't happy at home. Let me tell y'all something. If you ever run across a married man that's talking about something, I'm not happy at home and things just ain't right, he's not leaving. He's not leaving. He just want to get with you for that moment. And the moment may last a year, 2 years. I don't know how long the moment gonna last, but he's not leaving home. And I think we as women should stick together on that front part of it. Because if every woman was to be like, you know what, no, I'm not playing your second fiddle. You go back home and get that straight. If you're so unhappy, why are you still there? And what have you done to make that work? Because let me tell you something, if they're not going to try and make that work at home, what makes you think they're going to make something work with you if they do leave? Hello, somebody, answer that. Can somebody answer that one for me? Hmm. I'm, see what I'm saying? All right, PJ. That's right. I'm just keeping it 100. I know before I got married, um, and I'm gonna tell you something about my change now. I am a workaholic. And I was working for this company, and everybody knew like I was about my paper. Not only did I work for this company, I also owned my own business. And everybody want to get with that one that's not easy, and I'm not easy, right? And at the time I was single, and I had this one guy walk up to me, and he was like, "Yo, I've been watching you. You're a good woman. Now everything you're telling me, I already know. So go ahead. You're a good woman. You're about your business." And he was like, I got my own business too. I was like, "Oh, okay, that's good. That's real good. I love to see us black men out here, doing the thing, right?" And so he was like, "I'd like to take you out." Now I said to him, I looked at his hand. I said, "Aren't you married?" He said, "Yeah, but what that got to do?" I said, "It's got a lot to do with it." He said, "Listen, I'll take care of you, and you wouldn't have to work all these hours." You know what I told him? Here's my hand for God. My hand for God. When he said that, I looked at him. I said, "You know what? That sounds good. Um, but I'm not gonna take your money that you have for your business. I'm not gonna do that." I said, "I don't play second to anybody." And I said, "If I was to play second, if I was to be your mistress, I don't know what your wife would do." He was like, "What are you talking about?" I said, "Because not only would I take, I'm not going to only take your business money, I'm going to take the money in here because you got to pay to play." He said, "What?" I said, "Yeah, yeah, you got to pay to play. If you're willing to step out on your wife, you're going to have to get another job to fund home because I'm gonna get this check and your business check for you to come at me like I'm gonna play second fiddle. What gives you the audacity, the nerve to think that me, right?" He said, "Oh, wow, right, because I'm not one of them. I'm not one of them." Waffle House Jackson says, "You're difficult, I believe." See, no, I'm not difficult. I have standards. And a lot of people want to label that as being difficult because I don't bow down very easily. I don't money, all that don't flatter me because I can make my own. And people like you label people like me difficult because we take a stand for what we believe in. And no, you're not going to talk to me any kind of way, and you're not going to treat me any kind of way. I am a queen. If you can't treat me as such, then kick rocks, hit left. Find you somebody to have low self-esteem because low self-esteem don't live over here, babe. Okay. Hello. It don't live over here, Sugar Waffle House Jackson. It don't live over here. And whatever I bring to the table, I expect that in return. Come on, somebody. Hi, Maggie. How are you, beautiful? Y'all see the side eyeing the comments. Uh, huh? Oh, y'all see she's side eyeing the comments. Oh no, I'm not side eyeing the comments. No cheap thrills. Okay, Darlene. Exactly. PJ says right. 10 toes down, Darlene. Lawrence Smith says it's called boundaries and none. Come on through here, Lawrence. And I said that in my long form videos. Listen, I set my boundaries because oftentimes a lot, and I'm not saying you guys are like that that's watching me, but what I am saying is oftentimes women too, but men like to play on women that have low self-esteem, that don't have any boundaries, that's willing to accept anything that's given to them. But when you run across a real one, what Boosie say? INDEPENDENT. DIDDY. If you know what that means, I got my own house. I got my own car. Oh, what? 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 So when you got somebody that is looking for you to take care of them, looking for you, then that's the type of person you want. But that's not me. Mm-mm. Just bring love. Listen, bring love to the table. I agree with that. But let me tell you something about that too. Now, somebody wants to say, "I got love," but they don't want to work. You keep your love. No, see, you got to have all of it, sugar. You got to have all of it, not just love. You got to have all of it. Keeping this. Oh yes, a lot of people out there like that. Of course they do. Darlene said yes. Let me see, Liberian Live. You are a vibe. Thank you, sweetheart. I appreciate that. Listen, Keith, you looking for love? Looking for love in all the wrong places. Searching for love in too many faces. Looking at eyes. I ain't looking. If it finds me, it'll find me. Relationship is more than love. Come through with that on this Thursday morning, darling. Yes, ma'am. Darling, it's more than love. Absolutely. Lauren says, when you are in your 50s, you don't have time for games. Nothing worse than a I'm telling you, ain't nothing like an old fool. I'm gonna put a little icing on it. Ain't nothing like an old ass fool looking crazy. Who got time for that? I got grown woman stuff going on over here. Keith says, I got my love for God. Keith, you tired. Keith, you tired. You say, listen, all this other stuff, look, I just love Jesus. Give me Jesus and that's enough. This guy says, we're searching for true love when we're ourselves has nothing to give out. Michael Ramirez. Listen, absolutely. Look, you absolutely love God, love yourself. You first have to love you. Learn how to love you. Know what you like. Know what you want. Don't look for happiness in nobody else. If you can't be happy with you, what makes you think somebody else gonna make you happy? You first got to be happy with yourself. Darlene said, God will bring you what you need and what you want. Come on now. He will. He will provide. Pascal says, one can only give love if they have the love themselves. Say that. Do you want me to run up this sidewalk and back? Because if you love you, you won't settle for less. You won't settle for less. And when you set your bounds, you already know, listen, self-love lives here. And if you can't treat me better than I treat myself, what? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. I can run, but don't. Girl. But yeah, and then you have people, you have like Diddy with all this money. They have people with that starstruck, like they see all this glitter and that's what's drawing. It's like a moth to a flame burned by the fire. They just keep attracting people. And just like R. Kelly, all these young girls see him and then they see that, you know, they're all starstruck or whatever, or they want to make it in the end, and they're going to use that to their advantage and start little by little grooming you. Right. But really, but here's the thing though. But when you start, listen, instilling your children young, I told my daughter's father, listen, shower her with gifts. Show her that you love her. Spend time with her. Take her out to dinner. Take her to a nice restaurant. Take her to all these places. So when somebody else presented to her, it's nothing new. To where it'll keep her so open to where, oh, I've never had. No, you've had it before and you're used to it. This is what I expect to have. Let me see. Hold. Let me go back. Okay. All right. Lawrence says we're trying to finish paying mortgages. I'll fund that 401k retire. I know that's right. Keith Nugent says little fans at. controlling. Veronica, what do they say about money is the root of all evil? Is what they say. Good morning. Oh, okay. Okay, got you. Yeah, that's what they say. Money is the root of all evil. But again, when you're used to things, when you're used to, all this other stuff, it's nice, but okay. And look, Pascal says a lot of hurting people moving around into a rebound and expect why it's hard to meet a good person of their choice. Heal first. And how long does healing take? I don't know, however long it takes. Shit, I'm still in the healing process. I personally don't want to bring what my traumas was from my past into a present relationship, right? So everything that I do for me, right? And don't get me wrong, I've been approached by a lot of people, but at this point, baby, no, I'm still working on me. I'm still loving me, and I love loving on me. And what does that look like for me? Loving on me looks like taking time to come here and sit and enjoy coffee, just doing me. What it looks like for me is getting up in the morning time, journaling in my journal, writing out my thoughts, writing out how I feel. What it looks like for me is being able to just walk around the house and just do nothing, or taking long walks on the trail. When I start to feel hurt, what it looks like for me, my healing is to recognize it and sit with it, but don't dwell in it. Healing for me looks like stop reliving the past because I can't change it. What's done is done, and moving forward. That's what healing looks like for me. How long is it going to take for me to, I don't know, but I love the healing process. And it ain't always like, it's not, because sometimes I do get lonely. I do. But in those lonely moments, I do say, okay, what can I take from this? How can I learn from this? And how can I move forward from this? Mm. Oh, the love of money. Okay. Everybody heals differently. Absolutely. The Bible says the love of money, not money itself. God knows we need resources and provides. That's right. Amen. Amen. And I also look at my life like this too. And I got this from Tyler Perry. And it makes sense too. Everybody comes into your life, good morning, for a season and a reason. And whatever you can get to grow from that season, whether it's good or bad, use it. Good morning, Payne. Oh, you got to go. Congratulations. Y'all give him some hearts and congratulate him on graduating today. I'm very proud of you, Recording Paint. Graduation, yes, yes, yes. Listen, you do a two-step across that stage for me.
Excuse me, ma'am. Can you help me out with some Social Security? I'm trying to get the Social Security office to take the bus. Can you help me with $1 or $2 to get on the bus to go and come back?
I don't have any money, sir.
Right, thank you,
you
thank you, ma'am.
Sir, I'm a Listen, Recording Studio, when you get that diploma in your hand today, do a two-step for me. Because if I was there, I'll be screaming for you, hollering for you. I know they say don't do it, but I do it. Because don't nobody know what you went through to get there. Don't nobody know your journey. The late nights you have to stay up and study and all this good stuff. But congratulations. Pascal said, a broken heart is so sensitive. Any similar patterns from a new person can easily, yes. And what do you do with that? What do you do with that when you see triggers like, see, that's the thing. Heal first. And it's almost like, when we get older, right? And say if we break a bone or have surgery, we don't heal as quick as we would as if we were a younger person, right? So when you're in the healing process, and although it looked like, you done had surgery on the outside, it looks good, but deep down on the inside, you still healing. You heal from the inside out. Ugh. So what do you do when those trigger moments happen? Do you stop talking to that person? They say, no, you just set off a trigger for me. I don't want to deal with you. Or you have that uncomfortable conversation, because a person will show you who you are. See, oh my God, I never thought about that. Like, what would I do? And if I'm dating somebody and they uh, uh, hold on, and they set off a trigger for me. Address it. Oh, I'm gonna tell you right now in this season, if I address it, I don't even think I want to be bothered with you, because if I see it, I'm thinking it's still in you and you ain't even addressed it. I'm just being honest. I'm just being honest. I'm just being honest. Like, listen, and you possessing that, and I just got out of that, and you talking about to give you no. You go ahead and you work on you. I don't know how you're gonna work on you, but I ain't gonna be here to find out either. Block them and move. Okay, Lawrence, I love it. Yes, we ain't got time for that bullshit. Mm-mm. Not at all. Stop playing with me. Mm-mm. And then here's the thing too, guys. I'm gonna tell you this. And I learned this. You never tell a person what you're looking for in a person. Here's why. Because if that person is really not the person for you, they're gonna present to you that you told them. They're gonna hide. They're gonna, do the things, right? Say the things, and then you're gonna be looking like, oh, okay, so this is the one. Man, let me just have a conversation. You want to have coffee? Let's talk about finances. Let's talk how you handle your business. That's what I want to know. How's your credit? Shit. Because the healing process is not easy. It took years in the relationship. Why do you think the healing is going to take just 1 week? Move on, get going. Exactly. Exactly. That part, Pascal, that part. That part. And I think, yeah, again, going back to what I just said, you know, you can learn a lot about a person, tell a lot about a person when they start talking about um, how they handle obstacles in their life, how they handle disappointments. Do you have any goals set? What are your goals? I know we at this age now, but what do you foresee yourself? You know, what did you say? What do you have set in place? Not that you're looking to gain anything from that person monetary, but you want to hear where their mind is at, right? How you pay your bills? You pay your bills on time. You got to look at all that. That's an uncomfortable what? Right. Yeah, you looking at me right. How is it? Is it 500 or 750 or is it 240? That says a lot. Do you spend time with your children? Do you hate your ex-wife? Because here's the thing. Just because you get a divorce, and yeah, that person may have hurt you, betrayed you, and all these things, right? I don't feel like, this is just me, to heal and to move forward. I don't feel like you should hate that person because they were just being who they are. And yes, it could have hurt you really bad, the way they treated you or whatever, but you still got to accept them for who they are because they showed you at some point. They showed you, but you chose to overlook that. So whose fault is that? Is it theirs or is it yours? You accepted it. Me and my ex-husband are friends. Listen, those questions are right. Because I told him, when we got a divorce, I said, listen, there's no need to have an ugly divorce. There's no need for any cussing and fight. There's no need for all of that because I'm not gonna bash him. He's not gonna bash me. It's just that he is who he is, and I am who I am. And at the end of the day, he still have good qualities. He still have good qualities, and I have good qualities too. But at this point, our season is over and it's done. I wish him well to whatever his future holds for him, right? And if he needed me today, I would still be there for him, and vice versa. Pascal says, I don't believe where true love is, things will automatically line up, and knowing your lover is a lifetime school. Okay, so I do believe where love is, things will automatically. Yes, I agree with that line up, and knowing your lover is a lifetime. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. In saying that, you grow together. You grow in love together. Because love is waking up in the morning and I don't even like what I see, but you might not like what you see either, but I love her though. I mean, she my wife or he my husband. You know what I mean? But I think loyalty runs deep with me. Pisca says, it's always good to have something going for you first before getting serious in a relationship. You better say that because guess what? When you in a situation where you feel like I can't, I came in with nothing, but he got everything. I ain't leaving. No, you're not. I'm just saying. Love is unconditional. Let me tell y'all something. This song came to me this morning. Fantasia. And I used to do Empowerment Mondays when I had my other place of business. I did Empowerment Mondays. And the song I played one night as I was walking in, sometimes you got to lose to win again. Sometimes you got to lose to win again. If he makes you cry, cry, and you can't sleep at night, sometimes you got to lose to win again. I love that song. I can't sing it like Fantasia. I can't even do it justice, but I said that to say this. When you think that it's over, it ain't. It ain't. Sometimes you got to lose what you have in order to win and gain that and then some. And sometimes we want to hold tight to what was. And when God's simply saying, listen, let it go, because I got something better for you. I got something better. That part. My. What a conversation this morning. It went from being triggered from the Diddy trial, itty bitty Diddy. I didn't even eat breakfast this morning. I just had coffee. That's all I had a taste for is coffee. Life in general. I wanted my grandchildren to see that, and this is one of the lessons I wanted them to take from their nana and their papa, that just because things doesn't work doesn't mean you still can't work together. You still can't support one another, and they don't have to be affected by the change between him and I, right? And a lot of times people say, I'm staying in a marriage, and my mom used to say this all the time, I ain't leaving until y'all graduate from school. And they would fuss and see, they would fuss and fight. That was traumatic for me. And she was miserable for years. And then she'd say, I'm just staying here for y'all. And we got to the point where we said, don't stay for us. Go and leave him. But I didn't want that for my grandchildren. We never fussed in front of our grandchildren. But what they did notice is this. They would say, Papa, we don't see you hugging and kissing Nana like you used to. You used to kiss and hug on Nana all the time. And then that's when we told them that we were going our separate ways. Let me see, Darlene saying exactly. That causes damage to the children. Yes, it does. Respect each other. That's it. It goes a long ways. And see, a lot of times children mimic what they see. They mimic what they see, and so and I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for that. For they can see that we still have love for each other, but although we're not in love, we have love for one another, and we still, show the children. Listen, life don't always plan out. Life don't always end the way you plan it out. Did I say that right? Life don't always go the way you plan it out. But see, you got to learn how to roll with the punches. And in rolling with the punches, you ain't got to be mad and hate nobody and all this stuff. You don't have to do all of that. And so I'm glad about that, so they can see, even when they get older and get into relationships, they can leave a relationship without fighting, without bickering and all this stuff. Just, it's over. It's not going to work. Listen, this is what my nana and papa did. And I saw how my papa treated my nana even after they got a divorce. It life be life, and Miss Darlene, it does. It does. And I think too, when you're grown, you need to realize that it is not about you when it comes to your children. You have to listen, you got to take into consideration that child, because they take things really to heart. Time says, Veronica, good morning. And he said, good morning, chat. Respect and blessings. Have a productive Thursday. Today, stay consistent and healthy. And always remember, no weapons formed against you shall prosper. Amen. And if they do prosper, they will not form. Okay? So, yeah, we have to always remember that. So, I think a lot of people don't realize that children soak in their sponges and then wonder why they act out in school. They act out and to be honest with you guys, when we told the grandchildren that we were no longer gonna be married, they took it hard. They cried. I started seeing little things in my grandson in school. So what we did, we took turns going over there, spending time with him, letting him know nobody's leaving you, son. We're just not together. We're not together on paper, but we're still here for you guys. And after that, everything changed. He's straightened up, got himself together, Okay. Pascal says, love and hate. In between is a thin line. You can't hide love, neither hate. It will show anyways. You're right. Speak life, not death. Absolutely. Right there is power in that. It's power in death, and power, life and death is in the tongue. You can speak things. Mm-hmm. That's exactly right. Listen, girls, we have really had a wonderful conversation this morning. Let me see how long I've been. Oh my God. Listen, we have ran over time, but I so enjoyed this conversation. It's in transition, the tongue. Yes. This has been a wonderful conversation. Thank you guys. I had literally went over 15 minutes, but you guys have been wonderful. You have this was much needed. It was much needed, therapeutic for me, and I'm sure it helped you guys in some way or some form. And if you're tuning in after this video has posted, leave a comment below and let me know your thoughts, right? Any triggers for you. But I appreciate you guys, and I will be posting episode 3 on still showing up and becoming her. Oh my God, thank you guys for watching the video yesterday. God, you guys rock. Thank you. I'm not going to post the episode 3 today. I'm going to post it tomorrow. And just to give everybody time enough to, I'm going to do a premiere and post it in community tab and, in my shorts to let people know, come check out the video I'm dropping tomorrow at 1:00. It's episode 3. And you guys gave me some great, comments on that. I haven't had time to respond, but I will respond sometime today. I appreciate that. Thank you. So again, let me see if Veronica bring up more interesting topics to make the stream lively. And I thank you. I will do that. See, I'm tired. I was doing my research. Absolutely. I will do that, Pascal. And I appreciate you guys so much. And again, I will be dropping episode 3 tomorrow on still becoming her, still showing up, even when it hurts. Tom says, Veronica, the problem is there's no more big mamas around anymore to set these kids straight. Big mamas have the rules and the chores. You better know it. You better know it. Thank you, darling. And I can't do nothing but keep it 100, even if it's uncomfortable. Keeping it 100, staying authentically who I am. And every vibe has a tribe. And my tribe is coming in slowly. We are slowly building a wonderful community over here. And I noticed that when I started looking at my analytics, I'm like, wow, I'm really building a community here because guess what? There are a lot of people out here, men and women, that are hurting, that are going through, that don't know how to navigate their traumatic experiences coming through a divorce or a bad relationship or life when life is lifing. But over here, listen, it gives them life, and I pray that this reaches all around the world. Although my videos are circulating all around the world, I wanted to get to the right person, the right person, the right person. That's right. Miami Liberty is in the city. Okay, okay. Welcome, Wise Up 786. Thank you, thank you. And it's a slow go, but it's going. And I'm so grateful to you guys. I'm grateful to God above too, because listen, let me tell y'all what I was really working on yesterday. Should I say it? I'm gonna go ahead and tell you guys because y'all been rocking with me. I created, and I'm almost done with it. I've created an ebook that I feel like it has value, and just to show my journey, just to say a little bit about me and my life, and no, it's not. And I want to give it to you guys. I want you all to download it and read it, because again, I want to bring value. I want to bring value to you guys. And if my life story, if what I've dealt with and overcame can help at least one person, then I would say it's worth it. Because oftentimes, and I'm going to be very transparent when I say this, oftentimes when you go through something very traumatic in a relationship, because I always say this, don't play with people's feelings and emotions. Because one or two things is going to happen. When you start playing with people's feelings and emotions, either they're going to become homicidal or suicidal. So if what I've been through and what I've gone through can help the next person not to become homicidal or suicidal, then baby, it was all worth it. It was all worth it. Because when I tell you I was on that spectrum, I was on that spectrum, believe me when I say I was on that spectrum. I won't on the suicidal part. No, I won't. No, I won't. Because, honey, you try to hurt me. That's where I was. And I made it through that. Excuse me. These big lips, but I made it through that. Let me see. Henry says, I'm done. Darling comes, I can't wait to read it. You're truly a blessing. Thank you. You're such a sweet soul. God bless you for using your testimony to build. Thank you. Thank you. And I'm going to tell you something. I'm walking in my purpose. I'm walking in my purpose. Not trying to be like the next person, just being authentically Veronica, being who I am. And I'm gonna be honest with you, and I know I said I gotta go, but I just want to say this. Everything that I went through, I was so embarrassed. I was embarrassed, hurt, devastated. And again, looking at, oh God, at this age, tell you something. At this age, what? At this age, what, Veronica? What? Girl, get up, dust yourself off. Good morning, and make it happen. Your life is not stopped. This is just a new chapter. Turn the page. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. So I know my ebook is going to bless you guys. The only thing I ask for you guys to do is to share my content, continue to watch my videos, continue to comment on my videos. That'll help the algorithm push it out even further. Because it's somebody in Africa that needs to read it and hear it, right? It's somebody in Mexico, London, England. I have all these people watching me, but it's a woman somewhere that needs to hear this, right? So that's all I ask. Once I post it, just download it, share it. It's not going to cost you a thing. Again, I'm still working on becoming a better version of myself. And no, it's not pretty and it's not perfect, but it's authentically who I am. And if I made it through it, guess what, baby? You can too. So with that being said, I got to get out of here. I got to go to work. But I love you guys. Thank you. And again, my video is going to drop episode 3 of Becoming Her and Still Showing Up. It will be out tomorrow at 1 o'clock. So stay tuned for that. Watch it and share it and comment, right? Thank you. Love you guys. See you tomorrow.